My very good friend, Kurt Schlichter, who is the king of Los Angeles and the king of Southern California, is joining us now. You know him as an attorney. You also know him as a retired colonel. And he's got a brand new book. And I love the title of this book because it's so hopeful. And it's like he's telling you to buck up. I can tell the colonel coming in. It says, "We'll be back." That's the book title. "We'll be back, the fall and rise of America," which we're going to talk about. Kurt Schlichter, my friend, good to see you.
Dana, wow, I'm getting, I'm as happy about that cut being a lawyer as Jeffrey Toobin is getting a Zoom call. Oh my gosh. What? Talk about leading your witness into the kill zone. Are you saying you would ban weapons in common use? Yes, that's the point. Thank you.
Yes. That's, and isn't
I know
that
what the introduction to my brief's going to say.
Exactly. And that's, I mean, that's the point. You know, you're an attorney, and I know you're familiar with Scalia's opinion with Heller, because that was one of the key points. He was like, these are commonly owned for lawful use.
Yes.
And here you have Nadler saying, I want to undo that.
Yeah, that's, wow.
It just happened just a little bit ago. Yeah, brand new audio.
You know, every once in a while when something happens in the law that goes well, I just get giddy. And that's one of them. It's just like, wow, thank you.
Yes.
You know,
he helped out.
I can just see it. You know, the sponsor of the bill specifically stated its purpose was to ban weapons in common use. Heller says you can't ban weapons in common use. Ergo, and you know, even some of the more communist circuits, even the Ninth Circuit would be going, well, how do I spin this one?
Exactly.
Wow. Boy.
Yes, that was. I mean, it's
they
stunning.
May find a way,
how every now and then they're honest about it. And you had a great piece, and I actually cited this piece that you wrote the other day. It was on. It's at Town Hall. You wrote it on July 16th. Democrats are in a tailspin. And you hit on this major problem that we're seeing with that party because they don't have a bench. Who's their your governor, Gavin Newsom, is apparently like the white knight who's going to supposedly save the Democrat Party. They don't have anybody on the bench. Their policies are bad. I had new polling today, Reuters and a new RCP average, 59 and 57% respectively disapproval rating for Joe Biden's job performance. That's crazy.
They're literally toe fungi that get better ratings. and frankly, they probably do a better job. Yeah, it's pretty remarkable. Here's their problem. And I talk about it in the book, We'll Be Back, Fall and Rise of America. They have substituted, we distinguish what fills us up as human beings. We fill it up with faith and family and flag and stuff. And then we have policies.
Right.
They don't have the faith, family, and flag thing. So they fill it up with nonsense, and their policy becomes their sacraments. So you get people out there literally, shouting their abortions, where at least 30 years ago, under Bill Clinton, who I'm not a fan of, but I recognize his power as a politician, was saying, look, safe, legal, and rare, we don't think it's a good thing. And normal people could go, okay, maybe we disagree about, dates and time frames, but we all disagree this is not something we want. And then you got these lunatics out there going, I'm shouting my abortion. And normal people are like, what's wrong with you? I mean, I have had liberal friends go, nobody's for abortion. Well, dude, I mean, you guys got to go handle it. And they can't turn. The problem is it destroys their flexibility.
Oh, that's a good point.
Was flexible. He could turn around and say, well, you know what? The cause of crime is criminals. And, maybe we should insist people work and support themselves while still taking care of people who don't. Again, I don't agree with him on a lot of things, but he understood the essential nature of the American people enough to appeal to them. These guys don't even care about that. It's become a religious thing, and they want to force a conversion on us. Now, of course, it's like sending the Crusaders who can't do a push-up after us. The only thing they can do is mean tweets and shaming people, and we're starting to figure that out, which is why it isn't working so well anymore. And, of course, that drives them into fits. I mean, you look at what happened with Disney.
Yeah.
And Disney, with DeSantis, well, we'll use our political and business power and cultural power, and because they're conservatives, they won't use their power against us. And DeSantis says, no, I am going to use our power. And while that, the cruise ship conservative types, were like pulling at their bow tie about it, and probably having, panels on the Lido deck with Ramesh Panuru and Jim
Oh my gosh.
About, oh no, why it's important that we lose like gentlemen. Normal conservatives are like, no, we're not going to do this anymore. We are going to use our power. And that's kind of redefining things, and which is, one of the hopeful things I write about in the book.
Yeah, I have to say, Kurt Schlichter, who we're talking to now, if you're listening to the show across the country and not watching the simulcast on the First or YouTube, etc., now you see why, if there's ever like a dinner at an event or a fundraiser, he's who I want to sit next to, because he's like has the best cutting remarks. I mean, and when I'm entertained by somebody being like more cutting than I am, that's amazing. And his book, We'll Be Back, The Fall and Rise of America, I love how, because you touched on something, and I didn't want to, I'm not going to talk about, like I love the phrase cruise ship conservatives. There has been this huge, push, I think I've seen the right kind of split where you have the people who think that you have to be polite at all costs. And I feel like they've always looked down, I'll be frank, on not to make it about myself, but people like me. People who started in grassroots, who started in Oppo research.
Well, look, you didn't go to Harvard, which I think is a great thing, but they don't know people like you, and they resent the fact that you didn't come up through the little course of like an ancient Roman you weren't a questor. How can you be a consul? Okay, right. You have a national syndicated radio show. They're begging for invites to the Eagle Forum for Liberty and Forums. Okay, and they're angry about it. There is so much, look, I'm no Marxist, but it's very clear to me there is so much class snobbery going on with a lot of people who have credentials and nothing else. They have no track record. They have built nothing. They have created nothing. They are parasites on the conservative movement. They are remoras on the shark. Okay? And there are those of us out there, particularly people not in D.C., and look behind me, I'm in L.A., you're in Texas, who are out doing things, and they get very annoyed because we refuse to play their game. And it's not that we refuse to play their game. It's like we're just doing our own thing. This is an attack on you.
Right.
And if you can go out and make it happen, that's great. I know people are always going, wow, all these people are writing books. I'm like, it's great. It's not competition. It's building the team.
And you have something to say. See it that way. I mean, Kurt Schlichter, we're talking with Kurt Schlichter, his new book, which you need to go, I think you need to, well, you definitely need to get it, because I love that usually books like this, they do these postmortems, like, oh, this is why the conservative movement hit a rough patch. This is why the Republican Party failed. And you're like, yes, whatever, but we're coming back, and this is how it's happening, and this is how you do it. What made you want to take that different spin on it? Is it just because there was a lot of just like, oh, ho hum, we're Eeyore, there's a lot of sad stuff out here?
I find pessimism incomprehensible because I'm a naturally optimistic guy. Remember, I came to California when Reagan was here. This is a land of opportunity.
That takes confidence, though.
Yes, but that's my mindset. It never occurred to me I couldn't do what I wanted. Never. I wanted to go be in the Army, so I was. I wanted to be a stand-up comic. I was. I wanted to have a military career, and I did. I wanted to have a law firm, and I've got a good law firm. I got great partners. I wanted to write books. I do. I wanted to write.
You have a model wife, literally?
Yeah. I just, I'm so excited about America, and I can't look. Here's the thing. There are lots of good reasons why I think we're going to win. You look at what happened with Glenn Youngkin, and that's great. You look at the school boards, that's great. You look at Latinx Americans, like my wife. I love calling her Latinx.
I do not want to cast aspersions on your wife. She does not identify as a breakfast taco, correct?
She does not as a breakfast taco. Frankly, I prefer, dinner tacos. She's my carne asada of love. Extra guacamole. But here's the thing I'm most optimistic about. I can't see losing to these people.
Yeah.
They're unaccomplished. They're stupid. They have this amazing self-regard and no apparent reason for it. And there is nothing I like better, whether it's on paper or in a cross-examination, taking apart some smug jerk, especially one who thinks he's smarter than I am, because he isn't. And he's not tougher, and he's not quicker.
I love it.
And that goes for all these people out there. I would like to move back to a scenario where it's not war every day, like
Right.
our friend Andrew Breitbart. But I don't get that choice. It's got to be a mutual choice. And somebody's got to win and somebody's got to lose. And I can't see losing.
There you go. We're talking to our friend Kurt Schlichter on this point, and I got two more questions for you. One on the Senate. I want to ask you about your book before we wrap up. And you can get his book, which you absolutely need to. I think everybody needs to read it and get a kick in the pants. We'll Be Back, The Fall and Rise of America. The Senate, where GOP is projected to take the House by a pretty significant margin. The Senate is not so much. At best, if we are able to just win what we need to win everything we need to win, it'll be kind of the way it is now. It will still kind of have a stalemate, but we might be like one up. But the way it is now, I'm worried about Pennsylvania. I'm worried about the Dr. Oz, who's like -6 behind a guy who's not even campaigning. I'm worried about the state of the race in Missouri, where you have a guy with so much baggage who's anti-gun, who is neck and neck with Eric Schmidt, the AG, who's like been on every Second Amendment battle. I'm worried about our mutual friend Adam Laxalt in Nevada, because Democrats are pumping in millions against him. What are your thoughts on the state of the Senate?
Look, I think we're going to win in all of them. In Pennsylvania, I had a nice chat with Selena Zito yesterday. She says Kurt Oz is going to win. And nobody knows PA like Selena Zito. She's my homie because my family comes from PA. In Missouri, the latest polls show that they are rejecting basement bondage boy in favor of Schmidt, who has a track record of success. I mean, he's a really good lawyer. And I respect him on that level because I've sat down with him and talked about, hey, what are you doing legally? And he's got the chops. He's also a good person, an actual decent human being. Adam Laxalt is a friend. I went and fought for election integrity with him and Rick Grinnell and Matt Schlapp in Las Vegas. He is tireless. I mean, this guy was up before me and went to bed after me. And there are a lot of people who get up before me and go to bed after me, Dana. I'm going to go out there. I'm going to speak for him. I'm very confident he's going to win. Look, money's nice. Ads are nice. I guess that's a nice to have. But at the end of the day, every single voter is going to roll up to the gas pump. And I know here in Los Angeles, it cost me $100 to fill up my fine German touring sedan, where it used to just cost me $65. And of course, I'm a fancy Los Angeles lawyer, so it bothers me, but there are a lot of people it really hurts.
Yeah,
it really hurts the people who, are doing the jobs that I started out doing, mopping out toilets, being an Army private. It's hurting real people. And I think we are seeing real people saying, no, you've got to do better. And I'm going to send you a message. And the message is candidates like Oz, candidates like not Greydon Smith, and Adam Laxalt. And I think the American people are going to just say, we're unhappy, and we need these folks, and all of us should be out there supporting them.
There you go. The book is Will Be Back, The Fall and Rise of America. Quick note. So I purchased 4 of these. I think it's the most.
What?
I did. I bought 4 books. I believe in some. And I didn't buy it from Amazon. I got it through, I think it was Books A Million, because it actually counts more towards bestseller list. Because they downvote Walmart's and Costco's and Sam's and Amazon purchases. So I got 4 of them because I was like, I got a friend who's like down in the doldrums. I need to give her a kick in the butt. It is the most optimistic book that you will read on fighting back and reclaiming sense, not just policy wise, but ideology wise in the country. Go and order your copy. My friend Kurt Schlichter, congratulations. I'm so glad you wrote this book. I hope to see you soon, too. We were talking about Nevada. I should know here soon.
In a couple of weeks. Let's
yes, sir.
You know the place we need to go.
Yes, sir, we do. Reporting for duty. Thank you, sir. Kurt Schlichter. Good to see you. Thanks, my friend.